welcome to the Parents Math Tutor. If you already watched my place value video for parents, then you have the background knowledge that you need for teaching your children place value at home. But this video is just for your child. You can sit them down in front of the computer and I will walk through a place value lesson with them. Hello friends, welcome back to the Parents Math Tutor. If you are sitting here with me today, it means that we are going to get some extra practice with place value. And today we are going to be representing numbers using a pictorial model. Pictorial. When I say pictorial, do you hear how that kind of sounds like picture? Well, a pictorial model is where we draw a picture of the base 10 blocks that we use to build that number. These are base 10 blocks. These are the physical blocks that we actually get out in class to count different numbers. And there's a very specific way to count base 10 blocks. And I'd like to show you that very specific way. Okay, so before we can actually take a number and represent it with pictorial model, we have to know the right way to draw these base 10 blocks. And these base 10 blocks have very specific names when we get them out. The base 10 block that's worth 100 is called a flat. The base 10 block that's worth a 10 is called a rod. And the base 10 block that's worth just 1 is called a unit. So I'm going to show you the proper way to draw a pictorial model of each one of these. So for the 100, to draw a flat, you just draw a plain square. To draw a rod, it's just a stick, a straight stick. And to draw a unit, you're going to draw a dot. Now, a lot of kids, when they go to draw a tens rod, they want to draw it like this. They want to draw 10 squares stuck together because they're trying to do an artistic representation of a rod, because we know that a rod is 10 stuck together. But the reason that we don't draw it this way is it ends up looking like you've drawn 10 flats next to each other, which would be 1,000. So we do not want to represent a rod this way. And then I'm going to show you how some kids like to try to draw a unit. Some kids, because a unit is actually a square, will want to draw a unit that way. But then your unit ends up looking just like your flat, and when you go to count your number, you don't know how many hundreds to say, and you don't know how many ones to say. So knowing that this is how you draw a flat, a rod, and a unit, let's move on to practice some actual numbers together. All right, let's start with the number 489. We're going to try to represent this number in pictorial model. I remember pictorial because it sounds like picture. Picture, pictorial. And I just learned a moment ago how to draw flats, rods, and units. In this number, the 4 is going to be our hundreds. So we're going to have 4 flats. The 8 is going to be our rods because it's worth 80. So it's going to be 8 rods. And then our 9 is going to be our units. So I'm going to model this one and then we will try a few where you write some on paper with me. But this one is just for teaching. So I notice that I have a 4 in the hundreds place. 4 flats would be drawn like this: 100, 200, 300, 400. Now I need to move to the tens. I've got 8 tens or 80. So I'm going to draw that next: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And then I have 9 ones. So I'm going to draw 9 units. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This would be a correct pictorial model, a pictorial representation of the number 489. This is a picture of the base 10 blocks that you would use to build the number 489 if you had the blocks in front of you. Okay, now I would like you to get your pencil out and get some paper or get a whiteboard and a marker. We're going to do 4 examples, and you're going to work right alongside with me. And then the last 2, I'm going to want you to try on your own without me, and I'll blur my screen and then I'll reveal the answer when we're done. So break your paper into 4 pieces just like this. We're going to start with the number 71 in the first box. We're going to do the number 98 in the second box. We're going to do the number 367 in the third box. And then we're going to do the number 891 in the fourth box. I'm going to do 71 and 367 with you. And then I'm going to blur my screen and you can try those other 2 without me. We need to know the value of these numbers. So let's start with 71. 71, the 7 is in the tens place because it's not a 7, it's a 70. Oops. And the 1 is in the ones place. So I know that tens are rods. So to draw 7 tens or 70, I'm going to have to draw 7 rods. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And to draw 1 1, I just need 1 unit. Okay, let's do the next example together. The next example has 3 digits. We're moving down. So we have 367. I have 3 hundreds, 6 tens, and 7 ones. So to draw 300, I'm going to have to draw 3 flats. To draw 6 tens, I'm going to have to draw 6 rods. And to draw 7 ones, I'm going to have to draw 7 units. There we go. This is the pictorial model for 367. I'm going to blur my screen, and I want you to do the pictorial model for 98 and 891 by yourself. And in just a moment, I will unblur my screen to see if you got the right answer. Go ahead with your pencil and paper, try 98 and 891. If you are not done drawing your pictorial models, go ahead and pause the video now to give yourself enough time to finish, and then unpause the video when you're done so that you can see the correct answers. All right, here is what I got for 98 and 891. For 98, I drew 9 rods and 8 units. So when I count this number, it sounds like this: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. And my pen made some marks on the paper, but there's 9 rods and 8 units. For 891, I have a hundreds place, so I had to draw some flats. So I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 810, 820, 830, 840, 850, 860, 870, 880, 890, 891. Thank you so much for joining me today. Good job working on place value. This is called pictorial model. A pictorial model is a picture of the base 10 blocks you would use to build that number. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Parents Math Tutor. Please leave a like and a subscribe. Tell others about our channel to help the channel grow so that everybody can have some free math tutoring. See you later. Bye.